Ladies and gentlemen, addictions are a real thing, and it's something that they need to be talked about. Addictions are everywhere in our world right now. Social media, the internet, vapes, drugs, alcohol, food and water are essential to living. And even those in excess can lead to health problems and even death. There are some addictions that are healthier than others. Addiction to exercise, or something like my addiction, which I'm suffering right now, and I will be very open about. My addiction to chess.
Oh my God!
That's right, chess. Since February, I've been playing every day, non-stop, for about 2 or 3 hours on end. Well, not 3 hours every day, but every day. And addictions can be good if they can be controlled. Healthy addictions, I mean. I love the game of chess. I love that it's competitive and it makes me think. But some people devote their lives to it. And I'm not one of those people, because I have no chance against the 12-year-old grandmaster. And so I've decided to play chess every day. I will play one 10-minute rapid game with no increment and then do 10 minutes of puzzle. All right. And with all that being said, let's start with our first game here on chess.com site. This is where I will be tracking my progress, and the goal is to get to 1000 elo. Now, I would like to play really slowly because I usually play really fast and I don't think a lot of my moves. And also, I would like to say the coordinates every time, just so I get familiarized with the square names. So he opens up with e3 and then aborts the game. So we can go on to the next one here. All right, some e4, e5 action. I'm playing check by TJ. I'm not gonna get checked by TJ because we're gonna play in Italian here. I hope so. It's something that it gets played a lot with bishop c4, or no, plays knight c3. So what do I do? What do I do? I'm just gonna play the four knights game because I haven't really studied my openings very well. So he wants to break up the center already. I'm just gonna ignore this threat, I think. What to do? Okay. If I ignore it and play some random move, he takes, and then I take and he takes. And if I take, then he takes my pawn. I take his knight. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna ignore this move. Play something like queen d7. Still protecting my pawn if he ever takes. Okay, so he wants to go for this. Guess I have to move my knight out of there now. I'm going to move it up here, guarded by my pawn. And if he ever takes my knight, I guess he has knight takes d4 and then takes, and then he could just take with the queen. Yeah. And then guess I'm gonna go d6. Open up my white light squared bishop and try and castle. So he checks me. And I'm just going to protect with my bishop. Because, you know, if I push this, then we can just take on the c6 square. So he moves his bishop back. I think I'm just going to be castling. I think I'm going to castle. Actually, yeah, I was going to say he has that free pawn. But now I have this move. Wait, be careful, I'm not hanging checkmate. So I'm going to take his light squared bishop so I don't hang mate. Oh, actually, this is good because if he takes with his knight, then I have check. And if he blocks with his bishop, then I can just take his pawn on the g squared. Except he doesn't do any of that. And he checks me anyway. Oh, that was his... I guess I have to protect with my pawn now. Because if I go back, he just does the same thing. Okay, so now I have to here. Oh no, because the queen is there. Uh-oh. See, this is what happens when I don't think. I guess I have b5 somewhere though. Because he never took back. It just takes. Then I think I'm gonna push b5 now. He might check me on a7. I just move to e8. And then I guess I have to move to b8. Okay, and he just hangs his queen. So that's really good for me, because then that means that I might win this game. And this is what happens when you play 700 elo players. And yeah, I can never castle. And he has a check right now, but it can just easily get blocked by the bishop. So I think I'm just going to take this pawn right here. I take this pawn, it doubles up the pawns, but then it never stops getting a pass pawn on the c file. So that's what I'm going to do. Puts pressure on the knight, and I can also take the pawn on the f7, or the f2 square, sorry. That's checkmate, okay. I didn't see that one. Right. The horse checkmate, okay. So our rank did drop below 700, but that's fine. We'll continue with the game tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, and new chess game tomorrow. Bye bye.